and welcome once again to M-Cubed. I am Brian, the Motley Mix Merchant. Thank you very much for dropping by. How have you been, everybody? Been a while, but glad to see you. Glad you could drop by and glad I could get a video going for you here. I haven't had much to really record lately. Just trying to plug away at listing as much as I can and getting pretty busy with the auction company as well that I am running. But I did have some luck this past Sunday. Here in Ontario, Canada, where I live, we are in the beginning of a 4-week complete shutdown, except for groceries and pharmacies and other kinds of essential services. Everything is shut down once again. Things just aren't going the right way with the numbers for us. So they've shut us down, but the auction business is still in business because it's considered part of the moving industry, and they still have to allow people to move if they've bought a house or have to move out of their apartment or whatever. So I'm still holding auctions for my company, and the company I used to work for is also holding auctions, and I scored big this past Sunday. So I thought I would show you a number of the items. I ended up buying what turns out to be about 35 sellable items for a grand total, taxes and everything, of $54. So that's just under $2 per item. Some of them are worth more than the others, but averaging out, just under $2 per item for what you're about to see. But I got some interesting things. I'll try not to say interesting or cute too much in this video, I promise. So let's begin. Let's get right into it. This is not really vintage. I did get a lot of ceramics and glass. We'll get into that in a second, but I just want to show you the kind of thing you can get at auction. So if you're ever in this situation again where, because right now the Goodwills, the thrift stores, they're all shut down. They're not taking anything in. They're not open for business. So there's no thrift stores at all open in Ontario, Canada. So it's either yard sales or auctions. That's your only choices. But I got these. I got a box of 5 of these low pro camera bags. They are professional quality camera bags. They've got the dividers on the inside that you can move around with the Velcro and that kind of thing. I got 5 of these for $4. They sell for $15 a piece. I'll do that turnaround every day. So they're a little dusty, some of them. Got a couple of marks on them that I have to clean up. But for $4, for 5 of them, I'll take that and try and sell them. And they may sit for a bit, but now's the right time, right? People are going out photographing things outdoors. And now's the time to buy accessories. So hopefully one of them will be the bag that I have for sale for them. I also got a lot of 19 LP records. If you haven't been following along at all, LP records are huge right now. Vinyl records are huge. 80s especially, 70s and 80s rock records, they're selling for outrageous numbers on eBay and at auction, actually. Even this auction that I was taking part in, some of the numbers were in the hundreds of dollars for 15 to 20 albums. So, but there was another lot that I had my eye on. I did some research on some of the ones that were in there. And if I could get it for a cheap price, I figured I'd go for it. Well, I got it for a cheap price, $5 for 19 records. Probably, I want to say 12 of them are sellable as far as popular enough artists or whatever. They were mainly movie soundtracks and children's albums. And let me show you a few of them here. Who remembers this? The Smurf Sing Song. The Smurfs. That's from 1980. So I got one of those. Got the original Mini Pops album. This will take you back, won't it? The original Mini Pops album. I did see a year on here. What's the year on this? 1982. 1982 for this. These records are almost 40 years old. How old do you feel knowing that that's almost 40 years old? But the vinyl inside most of these albums is in near mint condition. And then there's this. This is even further back, probably the 70s. Sergeant Barry Sadler of the Green Berets. I sort of remember this guy having one hit, but this is the kind of thing that nostalgic people will want to pick up, especially if they still have a record player that works. But I figure, as I say, 12 or so will sell at about $10 a piece. That's $120 for my $4 investment. That's pretty good. But that was fun to look through those records and pick them up and get them for a good price. Nobody else really bid against me after I bid somebody up once. So I'll take them for sure. But now let's get into the ceramics and glass. I'm still trying to get right back into my old faithful here. I've done pretty well with that. I'm still selling the ceramics and glass half decently, although eBay's not been anything like it used to be for me back 6-8 months ago. It's just been a slow year, but I've been busy with other things too. But let me show you some of the things I did get, and you are going to hear some clanking and some banging because of ceramics touching each other. How about this beautiful bowl? It's got the reticulated edge, beautiful floral display in the middle with the gold trim around it. It is Schwarz & Hammer, Bavaria, Germany is the maker. I'm figuring probably 60s or 70s. And that's probably going to go in the $15 to $20 range. And it's beautiful. Beautiful floral display in the middle, design, and the reticulated edge always seems to gather attention when you have that edge that has the punch throughs on it. So that should go for half decent price, $15 to $20. And again, I've got 30 plus items for $15 each, average $450 for my $50 investment. Not bad. These are beautiful. I bought an entire lot of ceramics just for these two items here. And I'll try and hold them up at once together first, and then I'll show you closer. Look at this bowl and plate set. This is Noritake with the Morimura stamp on the back. But let me get one of I put the bowl down, Brian, so you can hold on to the I don't know what I'm doing. Crossing over myself here. But look at this. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? With the blue and a little bit of yellow shading on the edge and those beautiful, beautiful hand-painted flowers. So they're matching bowl and plate, even though it's got kind of full handles on the sides. It's more of a plate than a platter. But gorgeous Noritake. I'm going to sell them as a pair, probably for $40 to $50. I'll do a little bit more research on this particular design, but it's hand painted. It's beautiful, as you can see. And that I thought was a great, great piece in the one lot. I think I paid a little bit extra for that, $7 I think it went to, for the entire lot though. And that included the two Noritake pieces and about 3 other ceramic bowls that themselves will sell in the $15 range. So I thought that was a great find. These were cute. They were mislabeled. Do you recognize these? These are Royal Winton rhubarb plates. Now they were listed as celery plates, which you can see. I mean, if you don't really look closely, they're celery plates, but that is rhubarb design. And the Royal Winton, they each should sell in the $15 range. And again, they were part of a lot that I probably paid $4 for. So right in front of the microphone, as always, sorry. But those are gorgeous. They're in great condition. And the Royal Winton, from England is very collectible with these shape plates and that kind of thing. Of course, they're very popular for their chintz materials, chintz design pottery, but those rhubarb plates should go $15 a piece. I was going to sell them individually. I'll try to sell them individually first and see what that gets me as far as action goes. But they're very nice rhubarb / celery plates, so not bad at all. Now here's another big, gorgeous one. Look at this. Big serving tray. Bamboo design. It is Royal Dalton. This is from one of Royal Dalton's dinnerware sets. It is the bamboo pattern, and it is a good 14 inches across, 16 inches across. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous with the black handles and the design? Just sleek and simple, and probably going to get in the $15 to $20 range just for that. The bamboo pattern, not super, super popular for Royal Dalton, but still, it's Royal Dalton, so that'll get people's attention in the first place, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So even if they don't collect particularly that pattern, it's probably going to go for $15 to $20 probably. I thought this was interesting when I picked it up in a lot. I think this might have been in the same lot as the Noritake ones, if I remember. It's just a simple milk glass bowl, but I find the design interesting. It's bubbled on the outside. It's not hobnail. It's not thumbprint because it's smooth on the inside, but it's got this bubble design on the outside that I haven't really seen much of that ever before. Milk glass is still, not the most popular medium for pottery and glassware and vases and plates and bowls and that kind of thing. It's not super, super popular anymore, but people still like it, especially if it's going to be something unique. And I thought that was unique. I don't remember seeing much of a bubble design on the outside of a bowl that's not thumbprint. If by thumbprint, I mean it's indented on the inside and then pushed out on the outside. That's the thumbprint type bubbles. But this is just regular bubble on the outside of a milk glass bowl. There was another milk glass vase that has the usual grape and vine design on it. So that's not going to be worth much. But I thought that was an interesting bowl. I think that's probably going to be about a $15 bowl. So I'll do some more research on that, but I think that's going to be a nice one. Look at this baby. Talking about size. Look at the size of this sucker. 16 inches across. It is by NC of West Germany. There's the picture of the back and the sticker. Is that a sticker? No, that's printed on. But I've seen this before, and I've researched this stamp before, and I can't remember who the actual maker is. It's an N and a C overlapping each other, and I can't remember if it's CN or NC, but it's West Germany, so it's a little older. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous fruit plate with the fruit right on the design there? Got a couple of scratches from obviously being used before, but it's in gorgeous, gorgeous condition, and probably another $15 to $20 piece. And as I say, $15 to $20 per piece for 30 plus pieces adds up. It really, really adds up. And it's going to be nice to build up the store again. The store's probably down about 250 items compared to this time last year because of everything that I've been selling at my auctions. So good to be building it back up in numbers again, and hopefully that'll help me with the algorithm and get some people looking. I thought this was beautiful. Tiny little 3-inch tall, 5-inch long teapot, but it's by Sadler. And Sadler, very famous English maker, of course, of ceramic teapots, but it's in beautiful, beautiful shape with the floral rose on the side and the gold detailing all around. It is in absolutely gorgeous condition, as you can see, and it does say Sadler, England, right on the bottom. There you go. That's what you need to look for. Sadler is an impressed, embossed, impress. I don't know. It's raised. Anyhow, the name Sadler is raised on the bottom, and Sadler, of course, very famous for their teapots and tea sets, but mainly for teapots. And that tiny little one is, I saw the comps on that one, it's a $25 teapot. So that teapot was included in a lot with this teapot. The classic Sadler Brown Betty, as you can see, it is in gorgeous, gorgeous shape. This is brand new. There's not a chip, not a dent, not a mark on it at all. Interesting design on the lid. Sometimes the lids, like this one, have the little bump on them to hold them in place. The lids on the Brown Betties are just super, super long. So that's how they stay in the top when you're using it to actually pour something out of. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous with the dark, dark brown glaze and the simple lines around the top? It's called a Brown Betty if you ever see it. This one has a stamp. Now Sadler also has stamps on it. I don't think you can see it very well because of the lighting. There you see a little bit of it. That may be upside down for all I can tell, but it definitely is Sadler. It's their classic teapot, and it's worth $30 US. And those two teapots together cost me $7, so not bad at all. And I still like the teapots and the teacups and the pottery and the ceramics. I'm having good luck with them for the last 2 years. I'm coming up on, actually, you know what? I think this week or next week, right near the end of April, is my 2-year anniversary of picking up eBay as a part-time gig and doing it seriously instead of just whenever I find something around the house. This is 2 years ago is when I started actually searching out stuff and thrifting for resale. So it's my 2-year anniversary. Happy anniversary to me. These were in a lot, and I didn't think much of them. They're tiny little ceramic salt and pepper shakers. White ceramic. They've got some, the white part has, I don't know if you'd be able to see that. Yeah, you can see it. See how it's got the raised design on it? And it's got the blue painting, sort of a Delft kind, but it's not Delft. It shocked me. I was cleaning everything the other day, and I looked at the bottom of this, and this is by Rosenthal of Germany. Rosenthal is the famous ceramic. Why did I turn the wrong one? There we go. Salt and pepper. The Rosenthal stamp is on the bottom, and it's also in the stopper. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if it focuses for us here. Probably not. Too dark. But you can see the stamp. That says Rosenthal, Germany. And on the actual stoppers themselves, it's the Rosenthal symbol, which I've never seen that in the stoppers in a salt and pepper shaker. So, but Rosenthal is a very famous German pottery maker. So I have no idea. I haven't researched those yet since I found out that they are Rosenthal. And I'm thinking they may be a $15 to $20 salt and pepper set. There's actually another salt shaker as well, and a small little round plate, probably like a gravy plate where you put the tools, you know, your ladles and that kind of thing. So I don't know, but we'll find out. I'll find out for sure, but I'm thinking that's a $15 to $20 set of salt and pepper shakers from Rosenthal, Germany. But that's a name to look out for. Sadler from England, Rosenthal from Germany. These are the name brands. Find out and learn the name brands of the best pottery makers if that's the kind of thing you want to get into. Or just if it's something you want to pick up here and there to sell on the side. It depends on what your model is. If your model is like mine, where you just pick up whatever's going to sell, got to know your names sometimes. But eBay sold items is a great research tool as well. All right, last but not least, I want to show you these 3 items. There's actually 4 together. One of them is a little beat up. It looks like it's been used as an ashtray in the past. It was in the shape of a Canadian maple leaf. But this, I'm going to hold 2 at a time just to show you these. And you saw this one in the thumbnail if you saw the thumbnail. These figurines are by a company named Hoselton, or Hoselton, Hoselton, out of Canada. These are pure aluminum figurines. They're not pewter, they're aluminum. They're polished aluminum that is molded and then polished. Obviously, this is an owl, and it is very, very funky. Let me see which one's got the best signature. I think the owl might have the best signature. You can see. All Hoselton has the name inscribed on the bottom. So you can see it there. So that owl, this is a polar bear. I'm trying to hold it as flat as I can so you can actually see the shape of it. Let's try that. See that? That's a polar bear with the big body and the long neck reaching out. That polar bear weighs a good pound too. It's super heavy. And this is, what do you think this is? Get the idea, it's Canadian animals. What do you think this is? What is that? 1, 2, 3. It's a beaver. Here's the head. Here's the tail. And the body in the middle. That is a Canadian beaver by Hoselton of Canada. Molten aluminum. I paid up for this set. For the 4 of them, I paid $15 Canadian. However, just this bear will sell for $35 to $40 US. So will the owl, so will the beaver. The maple leaf, that looks like it may have been an ashtray. I'm not sure because of how much it was apparently used as an ashtray. I can't get it clean on the inside, so it may be $15 because it's still a Hoselton aluminum shaped ashtray. So for my $15 Canadian investment, we're looking over $100 worth of figurines just from this one lot. And it's funny because I went through this auction about 4 or 5 days before it happened. I go through the listings, I check things, I do research and that kind of stuff. I missed them. I didn't see these figurines or the lot of the figurines when I went through the first time, and they weren't added later because the numbers were still in sequence. when they came up at auction, I recognized the name because I've sold Hoselton stuff before. And the bidding at the time was at $3. And I said, there's no way I'm letting somebody have over $100 worth of figurines for $3. So I started bidding on it. And of course, the person that was the first bidder must have been watching as well, because they bid it up a few times. And I ended up paying $15, as I say. But they're amazing figurines. If you ever see them in the wild, grab them because they're worth a little bit of money. I actually think the beaver might be a good $40 to $50 one because of its size and the shape of it. So really, really, I love these. These are really interesting. They don't fit into my decor, and I don't really want to keep them, but those are really, really neat figurines made by a Canadian company, and glad I got that lot. I was going to go to 20, but I got it for 15, so I'll take that. I got bid out on a few things. There was one gorgeous set of dinnerware. It was Paragon. There was a Paragon dinnerware set, and I'm talking 8 pieces each of a big dinner plate, salad plate, side plate, soup bowl, salad bowl, teacups and saucers. And it went for $185, something like that. I figure that was probably $600 worth of Paragon dinnerware, but I just couldn't afford that. $185 this past Sunday, for sure. Could not afford that right now. So, but that's the kind of thing I'm still getting. It's still the ceramics, still the glass, but at the same time, records and camera bags. Anything that looks like it might sell for a half decent price. I'm not going to buy something for $4 it's going to sell for $10. I try not to. But this is my sourcing for the next month at least, because the thrift stores are closed. But you can get some great sale items at auctions, folks. If you've never been involved in an auction, just give it a watch. Go on highbid.com. Look for an auction that's happening in your area sometime in the next couple of weeks, and just watch one. I mean, they tell you this finish time, and most of them, if not all of them, are set up the same way I do mine, with a soft close. So item number 1 ends at 7 o'clock, and then 15 seconds later is item number 2, and so on. And then if somebody bids in the last minute, it goes back up for another minute. So it's really interesting to watch. And if you watch it a couple of times, you'll see how it operates. And there are some amazing box lot deals to get at an online auction. And it's the best way for me right now, because the stuff is great and the prices are amazing. And I mean, think about it. I would have paid even $20 probably for this at a thrift store if they did any kind of research, which we know they're doing now, because the prices are through the roof at the Goodwills and the Savers and the Value Villages and that kind of thing. So I'm just saying, check out the online auctions. You get some great deals no matter what you're selling, whether it's clothing or ceramics or household goods or whatever. Take a look at the online auctions, because you may be surprised what you can find. If you found anything useful out of this video, I ask you to please hit that like button. It does help others have the video recommended to them by YouTube. And if you have not yet done so, would love to have you come along for the entire journey. Hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell to be notified every time a new episode is uploaded here on the Motley Mix Merchant. Still having fun, still hanging in there. Sorry I'm not dropping by as often as I could, but it's things are busy. And business is busy, and just trying to plug along and survive and stay mentally sane through all of these lockdowns. And I hope you are doing well yourself. Stay safe when you're out there thrifting. Hope you're getting your shot. I'm getting mine hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and we can start moving on from there. Take care, everybody. Hope to see you again real soon, right here on another episode of M Cubed. Bye for now. Cheers.